Well, hello everyone. This is Lawrence making another video. After quite a bit of an absence from YouTube, I'm just getting around to creating some newer content for my YouTube page. I did two videos more recently, one about the White Album and two about how I listen to music, on the difference between digital CD music and vinyl. So I hope you check those out. Today, I am doing a review on an album that came out April 4th by a collaboration effort by Sir Elton John, British musician, and Americana artist Brandi Carlile. Okay, and it's on Interscope Records, produced by Andrew Watt. Watt is a one of the young hotshot producers, and he does a combination of producing some of the veterans artists and newer artists. He produced a Ozzy Osbourne album about 3 years ago, and that did quite well. Produced the Rolling Stones' Hackney Diamond, and that was excellent. It won a Grammy for Best Rock Album. And he produced I got it up here, but I got the CD booklet right here. Uh, Who Believes in Angels by Elton John and Brandi Carlile. For this review, what I'm going to do is listen to each track separately, hit pause, listen to a track, and come back with my thoughts on that track. So we're gonna start out with a tribute song to Laura Nyro, the great singer-songwriter who wrote hits for other people. Never had one, never charted a hit song on her own, but like Cold Stone Picnic, the Fifth Dimension, Wedding Bell Blues, the Fifth Dimension, and Eli's Coming, Three Dog Night, people like that. So I'm going to listen to the opening track, tribute to Laura Nyro, and I'll come back with my thoughts. Okay, before I comment on the opening track, The Rose of Laura Nyro, I forgot to mention, as I was hearing these some of the songs that were released prior to the full album, and I still feel this way. Maybe you could call it a bit of a gripe, but I felt like Brandy's voice was over domineering in the mix. That I wasn't getting enough of Elton's vocals, and it seems like he was just singing backup on his own record, and I still kind of feel that way. I felt like Elton's could have been a little bit more in the forefront, mixing his vocals more up front. But now Brandy has a great voice, and I can listen to her sing all day. I can listen to her sing the phone book. Um, when the Union came out, you heard Elton sing, Leon sing, and when they harmonized together, um, you could tell it was both of them. But the harmonizing on a lot of these songs, Brandy seems to be dominating the album in that way. But I'm not going to complain. I got to the point where I really started loving this album, and I said, despite that, I'll just have to enjoy the album the way it is. Okay. Now, the opening track, oh, wow. This is The Rose of Laura Nyro is my favorite song off the album. This is Funeral for a Friend, Love Lies Bleed revisited, or it was cut from the same cloth. The little organ at the beginning, and then that love lies bleed. Those And at some point, you get the feeling that Elton was going to sing. Got the lyrics to "Funeral for a Friend" here. It seems a year ago to this very day, you said, "I'm sorry, honey, if I don't change." You know, you feel like Elton's going to sing that, but uh, it comes in with a burst of energy, and it goes into the song, and then it ends. It picks up with all the harmonies and all that, and Eli's coming. They used a bit of the Eli's coming song, so um, Laura is credited, so you could say she's one of the songwriters. A touching, lovely tribute to this great artist. So the song starts off with a bang. The next track is Little Richard's Bible. And I'm going to listen to that and come back with my thoughts. Da 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 da. That's kind of like the horn section in Little Richard's Bible. Definitely another song that pays tribute to another great artist, Little Richard's. And of course, Little Richard, Jerry Lee Lewis, and Fat Dominoes were the um, founding fathers of rock and roll piano, early rock and roll piano. And um, so Elton um, pays tribute. Great track, a lot of energy on it. And there's Elton's piano that's in there. I wish it was a little bit more front because it seems to be a little buried in the mix, but you could still hear it. And then at the end, he ends the song. The song ends with a you know a nice little piano outro. You can say Elton's in great voice here, and it's a rock and roller. Uh, I think Andrew Watt is really jamming on the guitars here. So off to a great start. The first two tracks in the pocket. Okay, the third track, "Swing for the Fences," is the third rocker. So the album is really energized. This is a great song. It rocks out. It's very positive. You know, do your best. Um, it's just a great harmony part toward the end. It reminds me of the old, Davy Johnstone, Dee Murray, and Nigel Olsson harmony team. And the way it ends, it sounds like the ending of David Bowie's song "Suffragette City." My only complaint is while Brandi did a great job on the vocals, I wish Elton had more lead and part where you could really, really hear his voice. He sounds like he's just providing backup. I mean, I just don't hear, Elton toward the front part. But, you know, what can you say? It's a great song. Three tracks in, and things are on fire. Okay, the fourth track, "Never Too Late." Uh, it's a ballad, so we got three rockers. We're taking a little break, relax, and this is a nice song. I remember the first time I heard it was one of the I think first uh, releases before the album, and listening to the car, I wasn't terribly blown away, but hearing it on my high end stereo on vinyl and hearing the things I couldn't hear in the car with the recording, the nice uh, slide sounding guitar and everything. It's nice. And we get a chance to really hear Elton sing at the beginning before Brandi comes in. And boy, she's got such a powerful voice, a beautiful voice too. And their voices sound good together. And Brandi was inspired to write the song or start it or collect, and get the ball rolling on it through the Disney Plus documentary on Elton John. And this song is about him. And it's never too late to, try things again. And so this is nice. The next track is just primarily a Brandi song, so I'm just going to comment real quick about that. I'm not going to listen to it. Um, this feels more like a solo, something. We're switching to a song on her solo album. It's a nice song. She describes it as experience she had with her small daughter who wanted to go off and do something on her own, something to do with soccer or something, and she realized her daughter's growing up, becoming a little bit more independent. So You Without Me, a nice song, and nice enough for I may pick up one of her albums, okay? And then we're going to the title track and we'll give that a listen and get back. Okay, side two, the title track. Who Believe in Angels? Wow. The wow factor has kicked in, okay? Um, my second favorite track probably runs neck to neck with the Rose of Lauren Nero. This is Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me Revisited. It's just uh, beautiful harmony, very thoughtful lyrical content, and the song is, as I was reading the liner notes, is about the love and respect that Elton has for Brandi and vice versa, and for Andrew and for Bernie, and the harmonies are just incredible, and it kind of ends like this little instrumental part, like the sun, don't let the sun go down on me. So this is certainly a highlight of the album. I can't say enough about it. I got to move on to the next song, The Riverman. Okay, second track, side two, The Riverman. Oh, wow. Starts off slow, some nice guitar, and then suddenly it picks up, and we're in full blast, man. And Brandi is just swinging it with those vocals. Um, Brandi came up with the idea, something about the river flowing, lyrical content, but she was having a hard time. And Elton said, "Hey, how's that Riverman coming?" Bingo. She knew she had her title. Um, some great guitar work by the producer Andrew Watt, which is guitar part he came up with when he was 16 years old, but never could find the right song for it until this one. Uh, the harmonies are great, and I kind of wish Brandi was with Elton and his band back in the 70s, Davy, D, and Murray to add with the harmony vocals. That would have been something. So great, great song. And so far, side two is fantastic. The next track, I want to try to keep this under 20 minutes. And I've heard this track many times, A Little Light. It said in the liner notes, Elton was miserable one day after reading the news in the paper and all that, and felt like hanging it up. And he expressed that to Brandi. She said, "Oh, don't worry, it's going to be all right. it kind of reminds me of the Lennon McCartney collaboration, where McCartney could be come up with something cheerful and bright, but Lennon would throw a little cold water on it. It's getting better all the time. Oh, but it couldn't get much worse, you know. So very nice song that builds up, great harmony vocals, and killer band on this album. I think sometimes the mixing is a little too bright. They where the band seems to the singers have to struggle to keep over with the keep up with the band, or not to be drowned out by them. That's I've heard a few complaints about that, but anyway, a little light, and someone to belong to. And listen to a little bit of that, and I'll come back. Somebody to belong to. Well, we're toward the end of the album, and I would say side two is about as strong as side one. This is a lovely, nice, reflective mid-tempo ballad about someone special in our lives, and everything's going to be all right. And it's just wonderful. The last track is just Elton by himself with the backup band. Let me see. When This Old World Is Done With Me. Okay. Written by Elton John, Bernie Taupin, blah, blah, blah. Piano, there's some synthesizers, saxophone. Paul McCartney on his album Memory Almost Full wrote a song. The title escapes me. The end of the end, about kind of looking at your mortality, and there's much more sand at the bottom of the hourglass of life than on top, and things are getting short. And this is that type of song. When This Old World's Done With Me. Elton is just, Bernie handed Elton lyrics of taking inventory of your life toward the end. Okay, I only got a little bit of time left, but everything's been good to me. I've had my, ups and downs, but it's been great. Here I am now. I'm still, working and all that. So, not nice song. Elton is in great voice. His voice is deeper now, but like 60 years of touring and recording, and some voice problems along the way in Australia, was taken care of, and the substance problem, wasn't the best for your voice. But at this stage, I think his voice is great. It's deeper than the young baby Elton. Okay. I really love this song. Nice way to end the album. But what I really like is after Elton gets done singing and there's a little bit of a break, there's a little instrumental interlude that comes in. And that is really nice. A flute and trumpet and flugelhorn, whatever that is, and little instrumental, nice feel. I always wish Elton would do an instrumental album, and maybe that would be in the cards, because Elton writes great melodies, and there's instrumentals throughout his albums here and there, and he always he's great at that. So maybe do an instrumental album as a joke, call it Bernie Takes a Vacation. Right, referring to there's no lyrics. Um, so at this stage in Elton's career, he really, along with his collaborator, Brandi, they really produced one whale of an album at this late stage. And not a lot of veterans could produce something like this. Paul McCartney can, Paul Simon, Bruce Springsteen, but and the well has not run dry. And I know Elton's not doing any major tours, and he wants to spend more time with his family. But I certainly hope he still active in producing music. Maybe do it independently as a hobby and just put it out there on streaming or whatever, and occasionally put out an album. So for Elton, the creative well is not dry. And so I hope we get a few more albums or some more music from Elton before this whole world is done with him. Uh, as far as the vocals go, Elton not being mixed in enough, that's still a gripe with me. But if you're going to overshadow Elton's vocals, then Brandi's the person to do it. She has a great power in her voice. So I hope you enjoyed this review, and I hope you leave a comment. I mean, just not a thumbs up. Just leave a short um, 3 sentence comment, or write War and Peace, whatever you want to do. Thank you so much for watching, and tell your friends about my page. Bye bye.